Hello everyone, and once again welcome to the YouTube channel of Get Set Law by IMS. My name is Siddhant Singh, and guys, we have started with our new series for all the law aspirants and even for the students who are part of this legal fraternity on the topics or on the series that is landmark judgments, which have been there in the historical part and has been there in today's world, which the Supreme Court or the High Court or in those days the lords have been given the decision. So as you can see it up over here, that there is one of the case which I have taken it over here, where there is a female smelling something over here. It's been written Carbolic Smoke Ball. So by this ad, you must have understood that this particular case is about Carlill versus Carbolic Smoke Ball Company. And guys, if you are liking our videos and also like this initiative or the landmark judgments on the multiple topics, so guys, please don't forget to share these videos, this series, with the students in the same fraternity and also for the aspirants who are preparing for law entrances, because these judgments helps to make a base for your preparation. So let's start with this. So in this particular series, we will be taking videos in this chronology only. So the first, I have taken up the session flow, where I'll be telling you that in this video what would be there. Okay? And at the end there would be a question for you people, for which you guys have to put the answers in the comment section. Okay, chalo. So first I would be explaining you the background of the case, that exactly what was there in this case to understand ki why there was a case being made between the parties. Then the exact legal issue, what is the plaintiff and the defendant is argumenting over there, the arguments would be there, and the final judgment and the legal significance. As you can see it over here on the screen, this is a carbolic ball. Now what is the significance of this carbolic ball? I'll just tell you, then I'll take you to the background of the case. So this ball seems to be like a beaker shape where it has some smoke in it, and that is what was manufactured by Carbolic Smoke Ball Company. So here the background comes over here. So the case is called as Carlill versus Carbolic Smoke Ball Company in the year 1893. Now you guys must be knowing that there is an act, that is Indian Contract Act 1872, which was already there before this case happened, and that act, the provisions in that act were talked about in this particular case. So the case was the Carbolic Smoke Ball Company, they claimed their product would prevent influenza cold cough. But before stating this thing, I'll just give you a bit of background that the Carbolic Smoke Ball Company, they published an advertisement which was there on this screen. An advertisement in the newspaper where they claim that anyone using our own carbolic smoke ball will never going to be trapped into the diseases like influenza, cold, cough, etc. And in that advertisement, they've even mentioned that we will going to reward £100. If you can just zoom it over here, stop the screen and say that 100 reward will be given to the person if they use the smoke ball as per our directions and still get trapped into this influenza. Okay? So they advertises a £100 reward to anyone who used it as directed and still got flu. Additionally, what they have also done, mentioned in the advertisement also, that they are opening a separate bank account with one of the bank over that time, and they deposit £1,000 in that bank account. Now this was the thing which they have stated in the statement. So Mrs. Carlill thought ki okay, let me try using it. She went to the market, she bought it and she used it. Now in this case, what would have happened? Yes, you guessed it correct, ki Mrs. Carlill used the smoke ball and still contracted influenza. And that is why this case happened between Mrs. Carlill and Carbolic Smoke Ball Company. Now, what is the legal issue over here? Let's understand. So, was there a binding contract between Mrs. Carlill and the company? That was the issue which brought in front to the judges in those days in the 1890s. तब जजेस नहीं बोलते थे, बट आई जस्ट फॉर द इजी अंडरस्टैंडिंग आई एम जस्ट मेकिंग यू क्लियर कि बाइंडिंग कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है कि नहीं. सो दे एक्सप्लेन्ड एवरीथिंग दैट द वे, बिकॉज यू नो कि हाउ अ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट इज बीन फाउंड, एंड इफ यू नो इट यू हैव टू ड्रॉप इनटू द आंसर दैट हाउ अ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट इज फाउंड. इफ यू नो द इक्वेशन what plus what is equal to promise, then what is being added, it becomes an agreement, and how an agreement becomes a contract, you have to put it in that chronology in the comment if you know ki contract banta kaise, how it is being formed. But over here what the issue was presented, that did they actually made an offer? So yes, they willingly presented that particular advertisement in the newspaper. So their intention of giving the offer, of giving this offer as a reward, they clearly mentioned. Did they had willingness? Definitely. Why you have deposited the money £1,000 in a separate bank account? So you had this intention, and relying on your intention in the advertisement, it clearly showcased, even though company says we didn't do it. What they say, company's argument was the ad was not a serious offer, it was just marketing, it was a buzz which we wanted to create. But the court stated that even though you are saying it right now that you wanted to do a marketing activity, but it completely looked like an offer, and the other person went into the market as per the conduct, she bought it, that means she has intentionally accepted it. So Mrs. Carlill's argument was the ad was a unilateral offer accepted by her conduct using the product. So if anything has been advertised in the advertisement and you go to the market, you buy it, you have accepted the offer. Now the company cannot go back, it was just marketing. If it would have been marketing, why you would have stated कि £1,000 हम separate bank account में deposit करेंगे? So this was a question mark. So the legal question over here, can an advertisement create a legally enforceable promise? So ये question raise हुआ. So definitely the conduct which she has done, she has accepted the given offer, made a promise, then the promise had consideration. Now what was that consideration? She went to the market, she bought a useful thing, that was Carbolic Smoke Ball, and she has made the payment for buying it. That means the company is getting the money, there is consideration and there is an agreement, and it become enforceable onto the company. So let's understand what the judgment. So it was held that court sided with Mrs. Carlill, that it was in her favor. She was entitled to £100. The advertisement was a unilateral offer accepted by performance. So what is the question over here? That if there is a unilateral offer, even though you are saying that it didn't meant for Carlill, but it meant like an offer, so definitely it is a unilateral offer. That's a one-sided offer which was given. But the question which I mentioned in the beginning, जो मैं question आपसे पूछने वाला हूँ, there are different types of offers which you must have studied or must have watched on any of the video. What is that one offer which is highlighted over here? I'll give you options. Is it a specific offer? Is it a cross offer? Is it a counter offer? Or is it general offer? So you have to give the answer ki sir, this is the question which they have mentioned it about over here. Okay. So what are the key principles established? That unilateral contracts are valid and enforceable. Acceptance can be communicated by conduct. That means if it is implied, it can definitely help through conduct. And the last one is advertisements can be binding offers if they show intent, that is depositing of 1,000 in a separate bank account. And guys, that's it. The case being decided, Mrs. Carlill won the case and she was rewarded. And if you guys are liking our videos and enjoying yourself on our YouTube channel, so guys, we are there on Instagram, we are even there on Telegram. Come join our community, because we have been putting so much of efforts for making such videos, and we want you to come being part of our Get Set Law family. Thank you so much guys. Siddhant sir signing off. Jaldi वापस मुलाकात होगी.